You guys are way... Oh, where am I? Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, here we are. Rearranged. So, my name is Natalie, welcome to Synergetic Games, and I am all the way down here. We are going to be playing some Blacksad today. We started it a couple of weeks ago now. I didn't do last Thursday because I had family visiting, but that's okay because we're back to our normal schedule. I felt bad about streaming while they were here, so I didn't do that. Oh good, for a second I just had to check that I was like, still not muted or anything like that, but you know, we're not, so I'm getting better at the whole streaming thing. So, when we last left off, I'll just, let's go, I'll take you through now. When we last left off, Blacksad had discovered that, I've literally forgotten everybody's names, but the murder victim was strangled by a chest expander and then hung to make it look like a suicide. So essentially, we've established, after much brooding, that this guy was in fact murdered. But to be honest, I think we all expected that. So no one's really surprised. Now it's just a case of finding the suspected murderer who has gone missing. And finding out what's what. See, this is what we started up. This was the first thing we came across. I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit because I think it's quite loud, but I'll just check that for you guys it's a reasonable volume. Yeah, you guys should be fine. Here we go. Continue. I think it autosaves a lot, so hopefully we haven't lost like literally all of the progress, because then I really would rage quit, which has become a pattern with Final Fantasy III at least. I've tried to do the finale at least twice already. We'll be giving it another shot next week, because I got through a fair amount of it, and didn't realize something, and then I lost a fight, and then I just had to do the whole dungeon again, and I was not about that. Okay, good start. Let's see where we were. Oh yes, this is what brooding looks like now. Who did the footprints at the gym belong to? That is the only mystery we've got so far. Which you could argue you already knew the answer to, but no. Let's go through our notes, just to recap. Eugene Colbert, he is the guy that we met at the start of the game who decided that he was gonna, you know, beat us up, but failed to do so. Eugene Colbert, unfaithful to his wife. I lied to her. Thanked me by sparing me a beating. Offered a bribe. Nope. But I'll tell your wife you're clean. Works for O'Leary as a thug. O'Leary, by the way, is like a mafia boss. Jake Ostenbay or something? Anyway. Is it old friend? Not anymore? Looker? Anyway, he's crossed that out, so I think they're friends now, still. Young talent in boxing, a friend to Joe and Sonia Dunn. Oh, yes, Joe is the murder victim, by the way. Sonia is his daughter. Then friends seems to like Yale. Kill done together? Oops, sorry, excuse me. We're not done there. So he has his suspicions. But Yale is the guy who is currently suspected of having strangled Joe. Hide something. Works for O'Leary. He sure does. That's what he tried to hide but failed, because, you know, we're smart. Heard Dunn and Yale arguing. Sonia Dunn, Dunn's daughter, cold as ice. Sonia Dunn hired me to find Bobby Yale. Mother's wedding ring appeared in an envelope. Old safe opened with Mother's date of birth no longer working. The date of birth doesn't work either. Mary Purnell's date of birth works. Inherits Jim and most of her father's possessions, so potentially a motive for murder. Dead owner of Dunn's gym. Joe Dunn, obviously. Oh god, oh, sorry. Took us out of the notes right there for a second. Time of death, Sunday evening, gym closed. Painting gym walls. Sax player. Hanged himself from a bar or something? I can't read that last word, but someone killed him. Yes, that is the conclusion we arrived to at the end of the last session. Strong argument with Yale, wanted to cancel the fight, age 47, weight 163 pounds, and height 5'5" and 3/4. Police report, corpse had 4 marks on the neck and swollen knuckles. Bobby Yale, promising boxer at Dunn's gym, vanished the same day that Dunn died. Dunn's gym will have to close if he doesn't fight the reigning champion Stone at Madison Square Garden, 145 Old Stamford Street, 13. That's his address, by the way. We went there, we visited, didn't go well. Son of Avenarius, poet boxer, disappeared. Belonged to a street gang for 2 years, gun in safe. Chest expander box in his locker, killed Dunn with it, and then threw it in the dumpster? Question mark? Al Stone! Reigning champion, fight versus Yale at MSG in 17 days. Mary Purnell, cleans gym, found Dunn's body and called cops. Works at Sam's Diner, same street as Jim. Barely knows Yale, hardly knows Sonia. Handwritten envelope, ring, her writing. Her birthday was last week. Opens Dunn's safe. They were having an affair, her and Joe. Desmond O'Leary. His men guards Yale's place. Can't go there for now. Dated tennist? Dated tennist Helen Moore. America's sweetheart. Weekly. A friend of ours. Caught him on the gym rooftop taking pictures of Sonia Dunn. Confessed that they call him Weekly because of how often he allegedly showers, and I'm sure they're right. Frank Cassidy runs BMA, Boxing Managers Association. Weekly will investigate him. Manager of reigning champion Stone, Yale's opponent. So that is everyone of note so far, and also kind of where we're at just now. The harder you train, the luckier you get. Yep, that's how that works. I'm honestly not really sure where to go from this point, but we shall see. Maybe we'll go back to our office. That's the homeless guy we spoke to. He's asleep, and hopefully not, you know, dead. because that would be rubbish. Gonna lie. Yep. I wish there was a run button. I wish I knew what the run button was. Right now he's just casually strolling in that mysterious detective way.
I prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Oh yeah, we spoke to the mayor, but he hasn't made it into the notebook. I don't know why we're going to Sam's Diner, but we're totally going to Sam's Diner. Okay, had to like move the controller a bit. Just so we could actually leave the scene and go to the next one. Maybe now we've made our revelations, we can actually get some more information out of, what's-her-face? You know? What's-her-face? No, I can't talk to randos on the street, which is sad.
I know you're hiding something.
What?
You're suffering more than you let on. I know about Joey Dunn.
I know how much Dunn meant to you. I'm very sorry for your loss.
I don't think I...
Your handwriting on the envelope. Your date of birth on the safe.
Oh, my goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
Can I get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
Dun dun dun! That's a lot of clocks to be dealing with.
Mary Purnell. The angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
We'd been seeing each other for almost 2 years. It all started with... well... weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there. He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Say no more. Paperwork.
He really hated it. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He took advantage of you? He tried to cheer you up?
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Which is where Dunn seduced you.
That word is a bit too much, Mr. Blacksad. You might be too young to understand this, but real love has little to do with seduction. One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone.
You should have told Sonia. Did you tell anyone?
Why did you keep it secret?
For Sonia's sake. She and Joey drifted apart after her mother's death. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was. And we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
So he asked you to marry him.
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
What about Yale? Wasn't he like a son to him?
Maybe you already noticed, I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Maybe you should cover your neck.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
I'm sure we'll find that scarf somewhere.
Sonia's
Mary has a
indifference
cold.
never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she suddenly defending Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
Who are you? Apology accepted, I guess.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please,
Oh, I think that's O'Leary.
kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Oh, right, fine.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Aw, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me... I always play it nice and safe.
The suspicious glances everywhere. You stepped into O'Leary's car of your own accord. Oh, so would they have forced me to do it? If I hadn't? Interesting. I just, pick your battles, guys. Just pick your battles.
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What kind of help do you need?
What kind of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk.
I think I'll have to pass this time.
Why? What? Do my own ways scare you? Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
It's illegal.
I can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
It's none of your business. I'm no commie.
I'm not either.
Ah, well then, you see, we're all among friends. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
It doesn't justify what you do. Gambling is also immoral. Fair enough.
Well, gambling is illegal.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
Well, okay, well, he's not wrong.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no. It might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. And good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Two of them.
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I will have a serious talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please, accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
It was a very interesting exchange.
Yale's apartment?
I told you, I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
Oh my god, we're gonna get that poor Buffalo guy in so much trouble. Oh, poor him.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Ooh, I wanted. That's what I wanted. Gimme. No. Okay, here we go.
Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Mary went to Luna Park with Yale. Mary Purnell and Bobby Yale lovers? I think they'd have us believe that Mary Yale got around Mary got around a lot, but I hesitate to believe that. Alma Mayer. La Fontaine today. La Fontaine? La Fontaine. That's the one. La Fontaine.
17th century French fables. Mare must be one boring old lady.
Caution, enter at your own risk. Okay. Oh, it's the bathroom. Well, I mean, fair enough.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
What? Oh, sorry. Getting broody. Okay, well, excuse me? That yielded nothing. Why are there windows? It's so upsetting. Oh. Okay.
Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
Poet Box of Poetry reading April 23rd. The Sicilian Capo.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby? Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes?
Typical Benjamin. Someone took the clothes.
Unless someone emptied it recently. Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
Is his father Avenarius?
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
That's a fair response. Ooh. Was that, ooh.
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
Ooh, look, it's the scarf. I sin, I live with a monster. Why? What has Marcus done? What has he done now? What has he done now? Like I know what crimes he's been accused of in the past.
Pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
Marcus and I got pizza and it came with cookies. He asked me if we were splitting half and half. I said yes, but half of every cookie. Well, I mean, why not? I feel. So when he comes back, one is missing the left half. One is missing 2 outer corners. One is like that third. What do you have to? How do you manage that with? The dude has one arm. How do you do that with the top layer removed? How do you manage that? That's impressive, I've got to say. There were so many teeth marks, my gosh. Yeah, you just, like, you could either divide the cookies in 2, or cut them in half with a knife. Did you get Domino's? Because, you know, their cookies are, like, peak. Yeah, I know, yeah, it is kind of criminal to treat Domino's cookies like that. Not gonna lie. Although I'm impressed you had room for pizza and cookies. I don't know. It just seems like a lot to me. But I used to have Domino's quite a bit when I was living with my flatmates, and there always seemed to be like a lot of pizza and not enough room for cookies, even though people usually have like a separate stomach for their cookies and stuff. Time to make some deductions with brooding.
That means
I love a good
she's been
dessert
here
stomach,
recently.
yes.
But why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Mary Purnell and Bobby Yale killed Dunn? Question mark. I still don't think so. I think there was a lot, perhaps some sordid things going on here. Mary's been at Yale's place recently. Who do the footprints at the gym belong to? Maybe Yale's at Mary's place, for all we know. Desert stomach is very different. That is true. That is a very, very different thing. I think. Let's give this place one more looky-loo. How have you guys been? How was Marcus's stream? I didn't stay long after I said hi, but how'd it go? Any progress? Were you doing the stories? Because I would have liked to catch. Ooh, hello. Leave, avoid O'Leary. Stay. Didn't know I could go out the window. It's gonna do story tomorrow, I think. Only one death. Oh, nice. Yeah.
So,
Not
like
too
your
bad.
mob stories, don't
Did
you,
he
Bob?
finish the game entirely, or was it just like part of it? Who died? Was it Christo? Was it Christo again, or was this like a different family? Hang on, let's check the bathroom again, because I don't know if I could get an angle on the rest of the bathroom, but I can only interact with the sink.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
He's gonna do the story tomorrow, I think. This is the redemption run. I think he's about 15, 20 days in. Right, is there only like 30-ish days? Or are we going with like 28 days run? Let's leave. I think we're done here.
I told O'Leary
I think it's
hadn't found a
45.
thing. The minute I was
I
alone,
could be wrong.
I left for
Yeah,
Mary's.
well, I'm often wrong, so it's no crime.
But before
Really.
all that,
Don't worry about
I
that.
took a small parting gift for her.
Leary, an ally. So, I stole Mary's scarf, huh?
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise?
It's a bit creepy.
When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
Why did you hide this information?
So you knew that Yale was with Dunn when he died, and yet you told no one.
I guess I just forgot. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out.
What's your relationship with Bobby Wet?
What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight.
You and Bobby Yale conspired against Dunn. You were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
I know you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster.
Can you explain, Miss
Care to
Purnell?
explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated healthcare, with far worse conditions for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
Garbage. That baloney.
That damn nonsense.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I'm black too, and I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
In any case, what's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story.
I'm sorry I accused you so lightly.
You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
You made Mary feel guilty.
Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks. It means a lot to me.
Oh, it's the sense challenge. Ooh, what? Ooh. Don't know what any of this means. Why do the women have hair as well as fur, but the men don't? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Ooh, what? Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Femininity starts at home, Belinda S. Lovelace. That's an interesting name.
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances.
Hmm.
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just having. I need to find something that smells good. Maybe they do. Well, I mean, like any people that I've seen that are men that could have extra hairs, like as a species they have extra long hair anyway. So like the buffalo guy looks like he's got a good head of hair. I think it's quite cleverly done, to be honest. Um, Maybe not so much with the women, but with the men, definitely. Seems a lot more natural in that sense. Maybe it's just the style to cut it short. Yeah, maybe. Uh, uh, uh.
Fresh out of the oven.
What?
The whole room smells like pie.
Okay, that's fine. The cherry pie sure smells good. I'm sure you don't. Are you sure you don't know Yale's whereabouts?
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
Are you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world.
It's a pie full of drugs. Swear to God, if I pass out after
Let me go
eating
get
this,
an
that's
ice from the
either the
kitchen.
best pie in the world or like the worst one, like categorically.
And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ? Coffee?
Coffee.
I'll take some coffee, thanks.
Ooh, okay.
She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth.
Must be thirsty. Yes. Thank you, Nutella. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. I do love being a nosy detective. I needed to stretch out. I was going to help you with that.
Sorry, I was going to help you with that.
She doesn't look like she believes me, guys. He's just eating the entire pie. Oh, God. You should open a bakery.
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
Well, Joey's probably right.
Now that there's almost no pie left, The scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
I think I shall. Oh, no, come back. I'll find him. I'll find him if I have to burn down all of Paris. Oh, no, she still is this.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Who is? Oh, oh, oh. He's in the...
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Leave, Laura.
Just want to help.
Mary, I came here to help.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Oh dear.
Bobby!
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on here. Ow. Dang. It's stressful. He's going to kill me. Yeah. Oh my god, that was terrible. Every time I tune into the stream, it's Blacksad getting hooked. Well, yeah. It seems to be his habit. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, what's happened to him?
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on,
I
call
think
an
he
ambulance.
has some
Do it
heart
now.
problems.
In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. 1. Stay calm. 2. 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi.
Oh, 1 Mississippi. He's fine.
Thank you, Bobby. Bobby.
Oh,
Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day.
I saved him.
I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
And hopefully the cops chased off what's-his-face. Oh yeah, for those of you who are unaware, we were just talking to O'Leary, who was a mob boss.
And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong. Terribly wrong.
Well, I mean, the smoking probably can't help. We did good, guys. We're safe for now.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
Hooties.
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualty.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
Your technique, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of those. What's it to you? I've been sleeping.
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
I can watch Yale on my own. Thanks, I need a rest.
Who is that? Can we trust him?
No, is the
I
answer
know
to
how to
that
pick my
question.
men, John. You? I'm not so sure. You promised me you wouldn't intervene.
Shouldn't have made any promises. I didn't make any promises. I had to.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done.
Maybe that's why Joey needed to cancel the fight, because he found out that Yale had a health condition. Hi, Marcus. How are you? I've been informed of your evil cookie devilry. By the way, blasphemy.
When exactly did you realize that
I'm
you
doing
killed
pretty
Dunn?
good. A little tired, but I'm good. Had a very chill day. Chaos reigns. I'm sure it does. There's nothing else for it to do, to be
Out of sheer
real with you.
curiosity, I'm a cop after all.
When I discovered the murder weapon was his, when he tried to kill me, when I saw a picture of Luna Park.
As soon as I realized that the murder weapon belonged to him,
How about the motive? Any ideas?
Dunn wanted to call off the fight. Yale was in a street gang. I'm not sure. Yale's dad disappeared. I'm not sure.
I've got several theories.
Hello.
But that's
What is your
about it.
question?
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
Catman's supposed to look so...
I know you will. With or without
Nobody
my
like
permission.
Batman? I don't
So,
think that was
I'd
the
rather not feel
intention.
betrayed. In exchange, Drop by the station when you can. Your
But it
investigation
does
could
seem
really
an
help my
awful lot
men.
like
Who, by the
that,
way,
doesn't
must be waiting for me
it?
to interrogate Mary
But then
Cornell
if he was
before
gonna
I
be
shoot
a
her to
real
pry from
Batman,
Yale's
then he'd
side.
probably be a bat. Surely it must be so.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes.
You tried to protect
And as for
Mary
you,
Cornell.
go get some rest. God knows you need it.
Sleeping won't help.
I can't promise anything.
Tell the nurses to
Black
look at
said
that
should have been
face
a
of
bat.
yours.
Petition to
You
remake
look
the
like a
entire
film detective
game.
in this last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake.
Join the staff
Nothing
of your
wrong.
hospital? What?
You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Ooh,
Who are? Oh, detective. Congratulations.
they're standing
You
really
fared
close.
pretty
It's
well against that
uncomfortable.
kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
do I look like I fared well to you?
Yo. Dr. Palmer.
We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded. How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
Will this have long-term effects on his health?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Bobby Yale. Confirmed heart attack. Dr. Palmer suggests that Yale rest after his heart attack. Don't smoke in a hospital, you silly
Go
boy.
away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
Oh my god.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage.
Or maybe his heartbeats are regular because he's just had a heart attack. But who could truly say? I'm not a doctor. I don't know if that's a thing that
looking
happens
straight
after
at
a
me.
heart attack, but
If
still.
he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case. He's clenching his fist. A sign of contained anger. Clenched fist. Fast heart rate. Fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but
I saved your life.
I saved your life, son.
Maybe my aunt feels gratitude. I certainly don't. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase.
Did you kill Don?
Is he lying, or did his heart rate speed up out of rage? Is he holding back his rage?
Are we doing more of the same?
He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying. Why did you kill Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
Dunn was too short to hang himself. It's very shortest of you.
I know the murder weapon was yours.
What? The rope? I don't get it. What weapon do you need?
Don't play with me, boy. The chest expander.
An expander? I've never had one of those.
It slowed down a bit. Is he saying the truth, or is he falling asleep? He's holding my gaze. He's not lying. I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
That was his anger talking. He never really meant it.
That doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
All right. Let's just say that I believe it. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. I had it all carefully planned out.
What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy. What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd. But she's his daughter.
I've seen worse.
She's odd.
Maybe it was... What am I saying? Jake could never pull off something like that. Nothing. Never mind. Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jake was Giambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid?
Baby.
Who knows where I'd be if Joe
Guys,
Dunn hadn't been in my
look
life.
at my
Even
cute
when I
baby.
lost my way and put a gun to his
There
head
she is.
years later,
Being so cute.
he still
and
took me
small.
under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone,
Aw.
you're risking your
Alright,
life
she wants
to
cuddles.
find his murderer. Thanks.
It's about time. Just doing my job.
You're welcome.
Aww. He gone down sleepy. Sleep.
The number of cigarette butts is inversely proportional to my hours of sleep. Ah, damn.
It's a nice, even heartbeat. What is the betting that he goes ahead and gets murdered just as soon as we
Is
leave?
that eye movement normal? Is that eye movement normal?
Yeah, I should hope so.
The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person. He seems restless. Should I tell someone?
Let's just get our collectibles and leave. Nothing else matters. Oh, those are some big boots. Let me interact with the boots. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just gotta nudge myself like. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. Now we never have to think about it ever again.
Ugh.
Were they the boots? Gail's shoes smell like a dead man.
See? There's no fever whatsoever. He must be having a nightmare.
Are you sure?
Wouldn't you have nightmares too after what he went through yesterday? I know I sure wouldn't sleep.
He had it coming. I have nightmares.
I have nightmares
I must open
myself,
up to myself.
but those
Just...
go way back.
Oh, the poor thing. Do you know what my nightmare is? It's that witch I have to work with. Oh, good thing she's got trauma surgery at 12:30, but I wish it were a little sooner, you know?
The donor nurse will be gone later
Anyway,
for trauma surgery.
thank you for letting me know. And for bringing him in. You don't know how excited I am to be involved in a criminal case.
It might not be important, but I need to take a look at his medical report.
Okay, time for some brooding. Your shoes smell like a dead man.
No, the footprints don't match. If Yale killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
The donor nurse will be gone. I think that's about as much brooding as we can do just now. Oh, look, a phone. Let's see if we can interact with it. Donna Blacksad. Who's Donna?
Hi, Ray.
Hi. Who are you?
Take a guess. I already gave you a clue. I know your name, so...
So,
We're
I don't know.
family.
Maybe I know your name because we're family.
No way. My dad never calls me. My grandpa never calls me. My uncle never calls me. Well, he does sometimes. You're Uncle John. Uncle John. I guessed it.
Aw.
It's Uncle John. I guessed it.
You got me, Ray. Congrats.
What did I win?
What do you want?
I want a gun. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
You wonder. Guns are dangerous.
Good guys don't carry guns, Ray. You know why? Because they always end up shooting someone.
Yeah, that's why they're so cool. Oops, Mom's coming. Bye, Uncle John.
Ray, is that the way you say goodbye to your uncle?
Oops. Love you, Uncle John.
Now go put on your jacket. We're late.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise. How are you?
Hey, Donna.
Bang, bang, bang.
Can't forget Natalia. Business is slow.
Well, I'm still not over,
Natalia. Patience, John. Time heals all wounds.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
Hey, what kind
Apparently our girlfriend got murdered or
of
something.
dentist appointment? I'll call you soon, okay? I'm really sorry.
Sure. One last thing.
Ray, hurry up.
Did you find a
We have to
job?
go.
Love you, sis.
And I love you,
Aw.
little brother. Okay, now I really have to go. Bye, John.
Bye, Uncle John. Bang, bang, bang.
I swear to God, if that kid says bang one more time. Duns Jim. Did he pay the thing, then hang up, then?
Duns Jim. Sheikh Ostiambe speaking.
Dead Sonia.
Jake, it's Blacksad. Could you get...
I have work to do, John. Call you later. Ronald, get on that ring!
Oh, for goodness sake. Of course, Weekly wouldn't pick up. But we only get him about once a week. I want to try and read this thing about cooties. Also known as lice, greybacks, something squirrels. But okay, they're just talking about fleas, basically. Okay, we've got like 15 minutes to kill, or no, actually that's 2 hours and 15 minutes, I suppose. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
You're awake, handsome?
Can I have a smoke? Rena. I knew a girl named Rena. She was very nice. Cigarettes, 25 cents. Do not encourage smoking in a hospital. I'm sorry, I just don't. What am I looking at? Don't hum. Shifts of the day. Dr. Simmons. Dr. Barr. Oh. Dr. Talbot has surgery at 12:30. Pack of Marleys. I see you have Yale's medical report.
I'll take a pack of Morleys, please.
$1.
Honey, get me a pack of Morleys for Mr. Handsome.
He'd like a pack of Morleys for Mr. Handsome. He's breathing through his face. I mean, like, you'd think that was natural, but it was like through under his skin. It was a bit weird.
Yale's medical report is right there. Mind if I take a look?
No, I don't think so, Handsome.
How about a date in exchange for Yale's report?
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right, but I'm not stupid.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
A new deduction. With a like awkward smile on his face, like, how about a date?
It seems like the Doe nurse will be assisting Dr. Talbot during his 12:30 surgery. In 4 hours. Could I get them to operate any sooner?
I don't think you have that power, Blacksad. I'm sorry. What is the betting that the murderer turns out to be like Avenarius, who's come back from the dead or something? That's an interesting painting. Oh, that's pretty chill painting. I'd quite happily have that in my house, to be honest with you. Seems really nice.
Jerry Highfill. Long time no see.
Blacksad, I didn't want to wake you. How's the boy?
Asleep.
I hope he recovers in time for the fight. I got tickets. Although between you and me, he doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a fun bout, nonetheless. Not like this. God, this is boring.
You've got a good job that bores you. You want to smoke?
Are the odds against Yale that bad?
The boy's talented, don't get me wrong. But stone is stone, you know? I bet half my pay, but you know, no vice for me.
You want to smoke?
Don't smoke or drink, no vice for me.
Except
Smoking's
gambling, I
dirty.
guess.
Alcohol goes straight to your head, and women, they're all just mean.
That's
Well,
not true.
Everyone except mine.
Aww.
Are you sure about that? Not even one little vice?
Nope. Between you and me, when someone gives in to vice, it's because something's missing. Something in their life just isn't right. I've got a good wife, a good job, a good house, a good TV, and a good hobby.
A good TV.
Sports. Well, watching them, that is. What else do I need, eh? Blacksad, vice is for losers. Man, I'm bored.
You say you've got a good job, and yet you're bored.
Well, it's just a figure of speech, really. I like my job. Is it boring? Yes, but I can entertain myself with a good fight or a football game. Well, watching them, that is.
Well, I'm going back in.
Intriguing. Ooh. Hooray. I'm sure that
I
wasn't
need to
there
get
before.
my hands on his test results.
Let's see if we can get any more results out of the phone. Trauma.
Trauma? Sherry speaking.
Get Dr. Gregor Talbot, please.
Yes, 1 minute. No, actually, Dr. Talbot won't be in until 12:30 according to my registry. Can I ask who's calling, please?
Impersonate Dr. Talbot.
Sherry, this is Dr. Talbot. We have to reschedule the 12:30 procedure. I want everyone in the operating room in 5 minutes. If anyone gives you any grief, tell them it's a matter of life or death. Understood?
I hope that was supposed to be the impression of the lizard guy.
Death, a matter of life and death. You gotta be kidding me.
Nope. Excuse me. Just, casually committing probably what is considered a crime.
All right. How do I put this? I need something that you...
Oh. Only if you guess why I'm giving it to you.
You want to help a criminal investigation?
You want to help me solve a criminal investigation.
Well, aren't you smart? But be quick about it. You hear me, huh? If that witch comes back...
Ooh-wee. Blackout following cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
What? What does it say here?
Ah, you know doctors. The top handwriting is mine. Let's see. Extrasystole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
Extra what?
You know, arrhythmia, like skipped heartbeats.
But ooh, okay. He has respiratory problems. Always has. Sorry. That... Pertussis? Or whatever that was. It's essentially, the more modern term for whooping cough. So, he has respiratory issues. Which I suppose makes sense if he's freaking out and having yeah.
What about this here?
It's a good thing I know that Mr. Yale is in Dr. Ferguson's hands. Otherwise, I'd be worried.
Who's Dr. Ferguson?
Hey, no means no, miss.
You really don't know who I am, do you?
Miss, I've got orders. And the fact is, those orders say that...
There you are, Miss Dunn.
Huh?
Tell him, Blacksad. I can't get through that thick skull of his.
You see, Highfill,
She's the owner of Hales Gym. She's my assistant. She's my wife.
she's the owner of Yale's gym.
A woman?
Whether the kid recovers or not depends entirely on her.
Between you and me, and all due respect, miss, but aren't we taking this woman's liberation a little too far? All right, let her in, but she's your responsibility.
How dare!
Thanks for convincing the cop.
You hired me to find Yale, and I wanted to see...
You hired me to find Yale. I wanted you to see him with your own eyes.
I see. Anyway, you did your job. I'll send you a check the day after the fight. You can leave now.
Why are you here? Why does she have a gun?
Huh, no. She's gonna do something stupid. Sonia, don't.
You killed my father! You said so yourself!
Your father wouldn't want you to do this. He was a just man, and this is not justice.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment! How could he not be guilty?
You can't take justice into your own hands. Believe me, it will haunt you as long as you live.
Shut up! None of that matters! How could he not be guilty?
All right, shoot. I'll arrest you myself. Are you that eager to rot in prison? It's okay.
It's like, oh, I've changed my mind. Sonia Dunn versus Bobby Yale. Keep your distance.
Uncle Tim!
Sweetie, I came back from Los Angeles as soon as I could.
I told you not to rush back.
Come
Tim
on
Thorpe,
now,
Sonia Dunn's uncle.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
No, this is John Blacksad.
How did
The
he
detective
get
who
in,
found
but she
Bobby.
wasn't allowed?
Oh, so this is strictly professional. I thought you had some good news for your uncle.
No, Uncle Tim, don't be silly.
Don't be silly. Look at you. Smart, educated, as dazzling as the brightest of stars. Every single man in this city should be at your feet. Come on, we'd better let him rest. I see. Let's say you're right and Bobby Yale is innocent. Who should we focus on now?
We?
Well, your father turned down my money, but he made me promise one thing, that I'd take care of you if anything happened to him.
But I can...
I know you're perfectly capable of managing that gym on your own, but we don't even know if he'll be ready to fight Stone. Besides, someone seems really invested in stopping that fight, and someone has to pay Mr. Blacksad to get to the bottom of all this. Please, talk some sense into her.
It's your life, it's up to you. I don't need the money. Your uncle is right.
Your uncle is right. Your father wouldn't have wanted you to go through this alone.
See? Listen to the detective.
All right. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much.
All right, stop crying or you'll ruin your makeup, honey. Now fix yourself up and I'll buy you some breakfast.
Wait, my purse.
I'll get it. It must be...
Blacksad, wait a minute. I think she needs some time alone, just like you and me. Listen, boy, do whatever it takes to find Joe's murder. Whatever it takes. If things get messy, don't worry. I'll clean them up. Deal?
I'm not a vigilante.
Well, suit yourself. Just get that ball to the end zone.
No. Are you telling stories about the great Iron Arm again?
Wait a minute. Of course. The Milestones quarterback. Tim Iron Arm Thorpe.
It's a good thing folks usually recognize me sooner. Blacksad, you coming to breakfast?
Oh, I see.
I have to go ask for a favor.
That's how he got in. Star power. I was wondering. It's the mark of a good detective, being a bit slow on the uptake there.
The investigation required that I ask Jake for a small favor. Or demand it, if worst came to worst.
Alright, so I think now is as good a time as any to take a 5-minute break. So stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, get some water, do what you need to do, and we'll be back here in 5 minutes to continue doing our thing. So this I think has developed in a very sort of exciting and interesting way. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. How are you guys feeling about it? You can let me know, and I will see you in 5 minutes. I hope everybody had an adequate break. I'm doing great with the finding the words and things today. That's kind of where my victory's at right now. At work, so in and out of stream. How much were you offered to kill that dude? I don't think I was offered anything explicitly to kill anybody. It's just sort of all been sort of very vague. At one point I was offered a beer for an exchange of information or something like that, but no, there's been no explicit kill this dude, I'll give you money. Maybe there's a deep undertone of that, but for the moment I have a very moral Blacksad going for me. He's very open, very into sharing. So he's not really keeping to the whole dark and mysterious troubled detective stereotype. At least not if I can help it. But that's what we're going with right now. Okay, so I will take you guys back into it. Or that's the idea anyway. Aha, here we go. So, jerk face.
This one's got extra padding, just like Jake.
Okay.
How many hits does a boxer take to the head throughout his career? Hey, hi.
Hey, focus, will ya?
No. Refuse to focus.
He's been training with those same shorts for who knows how long.
Should probably get new shorts then. Or maybe he's just the type to buy like the same thing and just have spares of the same thing. Like SpongeBob
He never feels
SquarePants.
inclined to hit me. He's twice my size.
Yeah, well that's why you guys are friends. Right? So you don't have to fight each other?
Not the smartest cookie in the jar, nor the most tactful. But do I trust him? No. Do I consider him a friend? Yes. Hey, Jake.
Not now, John.
Hey!
Hey, Jake.
I said not now.
Hey!
Hey, Jake.
I said not now.
Dang it. Oh, I wanted to pester him into giving up his training. Okay, it doesn't seem to. Ooh, no,
The racist brain is so full of hatred that there's no space for trifles such as common sense or, say, spelling. But this most cultured writer spotted the error and attempted to correct it. Not sure what to make of the outcome.
Didn't I spot this like ages ago, though? Yale had extra systole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
That lizard isn't Yale's doctor.
Intriguing. Who's the guy passing for Yale's doctor? Well, we all knew he was shifty, because they made a whole thing about lizards. Fake doctor. Craig Spano. What? Done superior during World War II. Recommended New York Warriors Dr. Angus Mitchell for military duty in same squadron. What? Fake doctor. Former doctor of the New York Warriors, friend of Spano, one of Dunn's partners during World War II. Thorpe hasn't seen him for a long time. Tim Thorpe, Sonia Dunn's adoptive uncle. Dunn never accepted his money, but made him promise to take care of Sonia if anything ever happened to him. Hired me to find Dunn's real killer. If things get messy, I'll make them clean. Former footballer star known as the Iron Arm. Police report, corpse had for... Yeah, okay. There's nothing really all that new. Ooh, Mary Purnell has a cold, lost scarf at Yale's. With Yale at Luna Park, lovers, Dunn was there too. What if she and Yale killed Dunn? Who's the guy passing for Yale's doctor? Feel like we'll probably get to the bottom of the shoe mystery soon. Anything new? Spotting is the key to success. Harder you bang, the muckier you get. I don't understand that one, and I'm not going to venture to try, to be honest. Still befuddling. No Dawn, no glory. Yeah. Let's see if Sonia wants to talk to us some more. Or we'll do that, but somebody said something about Yale doing work on the roof. let me in. I know you can go up there. It took us some time before, but I'm pretty sure we could. Think? Probably not. I'm just lying to myself. Which isn't not a frequent thing that I do. Okay, well it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on at the roof at the moment. Except for this mysterious toolkit! It is nice music, I agree. It's very chill. Very jazzy. I should go back to the hospital. Ow. Ooh, was this always like this? I'm not sure if that carpet was always skew, but I wouldn't know. Really? Jay. I need to talk to Jake Ostombe. Ostiombe. Ostiombe? I'm gonna get it right at some point in my life. Okay, no phone calls for me then, I guess. Okay, apparently I don't need to go outside either. Do you just have to... Do I? Ooh, okay.
All right, that's enough. Take 5. Go on.
That's all I have to do is force them to stop by ringing a bell.
What, John? What's so important?
You notice anything strange about Sonia? Where is O'Leary's headquarters? Why are you coaching that guy?
Have you noticed anything strange about Sonia?
I don't know. Yesterday she said she hated the gym. But it also seemed like she wanted to save the place. Do you get any of this? I sure don't.
It's called having mixed feelings. I know sometimes it's hard.
It's just the way folks are. You say one thing, and then we go and do the opposite. You just can't expect us to be consistent. Why are you coaching that guy?
Oh, that's right. You don't know.
You
Sonia
get
asked me
away
to
from
run
my
the gym.
salad,
Well, at least
you.
the fun part.
Cheeky boy.
As soon as Bobby Yale's back on his feet, I'll turn him into a champ. I'll make him crush stone. Just you wait. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
It's not working for O'Leary.
Is it the first time you coached anyone?
Yeah, but you think I can't do this, don't you?
You ever said that?
Well, screw you. We'll win that fight.
Could you tell me where O'Leary's headquarters are?
What for? No. You could get me into trouble. No way.
You owe me for lying yesterday.
You lied to me yesterday, and being the good friend that I am, I kept your secret. You owe me. I don't think I'd keep protecting you if we weren't friends. Although, if we were friends, you wouldn't hesitate to help me. Tell me, Jake, are we friends or not?
Damned cat. All right. O'Leary's hideout is in the basement of a Chinese restaurant. But I don't even know how to get in.
Well, I'll see you tonight.
Wait, were we supposed to meet?
Of course. Your place, 11 p.m. See you there.
Ronald, the break's over.
After 30 hours of work and several beatings, every bone in my body ached for a bed.
Now it's my turn.
So I went home to recharge.
Because just taking his anger out on that poor guy. Sorry, I'm just enjoying the music. Hansan Kang's carpets. Hansan?
What do you know about that basement?
Well, let me think. Nothing?
Come on, Jake, for Christ's sake.
I'm running out of threats to make you talk.
I'm running out of threats to get you talking, Jake. And frankly, I don't want things to get violent.
I've come to get O'Leary several times, but they always make me wait in the dining room. One day it was so late that the restaurant was closed. They made me call from a payphone in that alley over there to let them know I was here. A few minutes later, O'Leary came out the back door, that red one there.
All right. You stay by the payphone. Wait till I'm inside. If you see anyone, call the same number you did that one time. Let it ring twice and hang up. Got it?
Screw you.
A promising night indeed.
Hi, Starbreeze. How are you? How are you, my guy? Alright, I'm just gonna wander around alleyways for a bit. Oh, hello.
A bit too high to climb. If the basement I'm looking for were in that building.
Is it too high to climb? Is it? What have you been doing to my frogs? I'm well, thank you. You're in on Liang Tong territory.
What happened? Should we run for it?
Do I look like I'm in a hurry?
Keep your eyes peeled.
Check out that graffiti. You're in On Leon Tong territory.
Wow, I thought the Tong Wars had ended years ago.
Maybe someone nostalgic just got bored.
Damn Chinese mafias.
Yeah,
Molesting your
American
froggers.
mafias
You
think
are!
better, no doubt.
Stop abusing
Are you
them.
done?
They're too
What do you
cute.
think? Okay, I'm going back to the alley. I'll let you know if I need anything. Could it be an elevator shaft? How does this thing open?
It's probably, you know, lots of... There's probably buttons outside, you know?
Does he need a shotgun to deal with suppliers? Would he even notice if I got in?
Stupid cat.
You just cackle about stupid cats.
I'm guessing it lights up when they ring at the main door. Maybe it leads to the basement.
Alright, what?
Something tells me he'd notice me no matter how stealthy I was.
Stupid coyote!
No.
Red Panda, yes,
I'm the
exactly.
only If O'Leary doesn't know I've been here.
Oh.
If only I could reach that box.
Well, you know what? There's a
If I'm right,
there's a
and this is
guy
service
who
elevator,
like
it could be my gateway.
boxes for a living just around the corner, so he might be able to help. Just maybe.
What's taking you so long?
You want to switch places?
There's a trapdoor on the ground. There's someone watching the TV in the restaurant. Keep your eyes peeled. He didn't ring the doorbell.
There's a guy watching TV inside the restaurant. A red panda, I think.
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't recall any panda waiters.
There's a hole that could lead to the basement. There's a trapdoor.
There's a trapdoor on the ground.
I like the
right by
gorilla's
the
hat.
restaurant.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Does that
dapper
sound
hat.
familiar?
Huh? The restaurant or the trapdoor?
Okay. Forget it. From the back door, I can see a hall that might lead to the basement. Does that sound familiar?
O'Leary sometimes comes from a hallway, but who knows if it's that one?
Such a good hat.
I need you to go to the front door and ring the bell.
All right, is there a bar in that alley? Have you been drinking?
Count to 30, ring the bell, then run for the car. Got it?
Whoa, you better send a bunch of Natalias my way after this. So, now what are you gonna do?
I'll open the door with my lockpicks. Once I'm in, I'm still not sure if I'll take the hall or the door on the right.
I think, let's go right. Oh, Jesus, that was... Oh, wow.
Whoa, you better send a bunch
Ooh.
of Natalias my way after this. So, now what are you gonna do?
And that's why
I'll
he
open the
needs
door with my
shotguns.
Once I'm in, I'm still not sure if I'll take the hall or the door on the right.
Poor Blacksad, he lives a dangerous life. Why can't I click anything? God. Couldn't click anything. Love his, laughter there.
Whoa, you better send a bunch of Natalias my way after this. So, now what are you gonna do?
I'll open the door with my lockpicks. Once I'm in, I'm still not sure if I'll take the hall or the door
Just
on the
make a
right.
death montage for the guy in the same room. Maybe I will. Okay. Can I do literally anything? We've managed to interact with one thing and nothing else has worked.
Whoa, you better send a bunch of Natalias my way after this. So, now what are you gonna do?
Right.
I'll open the door with my
Exactly.
lockpicks. Once I'm in,
But this is why you're here, for
I'm
this
still not
quality
sure if I'll
content.
take the hall or the door on the right.
Oh, let's casually just... Yep, there we go. Thought it had been a while since he died, so I wanted to switch things up a bit.
Whoa, you better send a bunch of Natalias my way after this. So, now what are you gonna do?
I'll open the door with my lockpicks. Once I'm in, I'm still not sure if I'll take the hall or the door on the right.
What door on the right? Is my question to you, good sir. Just don't go down the death corridor.
Whoa, you better send a bunch of Natalias my way after this. So,
Jake
now
is
what are you
honestly
gonna
not
do?
grateful enough that I'm not
I'll
sending
open the
him
door
into
with my
this room.
lockpicks. Once I'm in, I'm still not sure if I'll take the hall or the door on the right. The lock on that door was not your standard model. I had to give it my all.
Oh god. Jake will sneak me into O'Leary's HQ. Huh. Okay. I thought I came in through that door. That was vaguely confusing. Find a source of light before the lighter runs out. Why can't I pick up any of the collectibles? What was that up there? Seriously. What was that? Oh, it's just a collectible that I probably can't interact with.
Oh, no, 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 not now! Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
God's sake. See, there was something. Not that. Just wondering if, like, the collectibles in this bit are kind of glitchy. Because that's, like, at least 3 that I haven't been able to interact with. 3 out of 5, by the way, at least, that I've seen. I don't know about the saxophone players. Can we just please find a light source? If it's these buttons, I'll be pissed. Did I do it? No. Okay.
Oh, no, 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 not now!
He doesn't have to
Some
panic so
answers only
much.
come to you when it's far too late.
Is this it? That looks like a light switch, right? Nope. There we go. I like the footstep sounds. Yeah, it's a nice... Use R to point the flashlight. For goodness sake. I think a lot of this has like nice sound effects. Oops. I did not mean to exit the room.
Huh. I was expecting some frozen bodies.
No. Only noodles and rice.
It won't budge.
Yes, it will. Do better. Right, well, this would be the illegal gambling den then, I suppose. New York. Chicago.
Does O'Leary have a network of pals?
Ties with Chicago Mafia? Steve J. Grayson, Stone, 200. Okay, sure. They're taking bets on the fight. That's not unusual. Mixed bets. Okay.
There's one on each table. Except this one.
That must be O'Leary's desk. Ooh, it's a collectible.
Wow. I didn't realize you could place so many bets on a single baseball game.
You'd be surprised. Ooh, who it is?
Sometimes I forget that criminals, even the office variety, have family and kids and... Anyway, maybe things aren't so bad on the dark side. A little thingamajig that adds on its own. What'll they think of next? It looks like a summary of all the bets that come in. Day, amount, bet.
O'Leary 5,000 on Yale.
Wait a minute. Did O'Leary himself bet 5 grand on Yale? 16 days until the fight.
Password, wild berries. I don't like that. It sounds like when he walks, he's going. Or like somebody's like bouncing a tennis ball. That's kind of exactly what it sounds like to me. Ooh. Hello, fishies. Oh my god, that catfish! Just right in the middle there. It looks just like Blacksad. Oh my god, I love it. That's amazing. Oh god. Okay.
Luckily or not, files in through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case.
Just.
Could that be Ireland?
Well, he is O'Leary, so I do believe that he is Irish.
The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it. The bad news, I didn't bring explosives.
Excuse me while I get the password from somewhere.
Even Dunn had a gun in his office. O'Leary couldn't possibly be the exception. Dunn had $200 in his safe. O'Leary had about $20,000 in a drawer.
Okay, so he's not miraculously short on money, he just has a really big bet on.
I'd say that's Ireland too.
Who's Helen Moore? Tennis player. Oh, the girlfriend.
Helen
right.
Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until O'Leary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, O'Leary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated. Be as it may, it was clear that O'Leary had enough information to ruin her career.
Uh-huh.
Strange as it may seem, the reports revealed that O'Leary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society.
Aw, that's, you know, a solid policy, I guess. And at least we know Jake's, you know, trustworthy legal-wise. He's not, the most intelligent. But that's, come across more than once.
The painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what O'Leary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on?
Timothy W.
Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, O'Leary hadn't even tried to corrupt him.
Thorpe, war hero. Nice. Bobby Yale. Your poor boy's in the hospital right now.
Bobby Yale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times. Untouchable.
Ooh. That painting looks sus. Yeah, there's lots of sus things in this room. There are files hidden behind a lot of them, apparently.
According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that O'Leary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks.
Is that frog wearing sunglasses?
Did I really want to risk knowing what O'Leary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner?
No, trust
To
a
be honest,
boy.
if Smirnoff had anything to hide, I'd rather not know about it.
No, he's wearing shades. Oh, okay. No, come back. There you are. Complete poems.
Limited edition copy
Avenarius.
2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon. If they're not together anymore, why does O'Leary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore?
Because that's what you do when you're really into someone. You can't quite shift. Do-do-do-do. Josepher are done. So done with this.
Dunn's integrity was legendary, even in O'Leary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around.
Really? You're not gonna nothing on Sonia Dunn. He doesn't care about Sonia Dunn.
Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of O'Leary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back. So much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union.
Avenarius.
The report on Yale's father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why?
Empty report on Avenarius at O'Leary's. Okay. Step slightly away from the wall, if you please. Oh yeah, no. Why does he put it back? Because he doesn't want anyone to know that he's been, you know, looking through people's stuff. You know,
Ireland,
that's
of course.
fairly
This
obvious.
guy's
It means
obsessed.
someone's been snooping. Oh, I love that little catfish. It's so stupid looking. I had to get one good looking. Like just one more. Um let's do some brooding. Obvious, wow. Um Fairly obvious. No, I mean not to like us, but to say O'Leary. Yale is one of O'Leary's untouchables according to his files. More seduced Stone by O'Leary's demand.
I'd say O'Leary has threatened Stone with ruining Moore's career. I think Avenarius was a criminal. Oh. The odds are incredibly in Stone's favor. I guess he's the reigning champion, and Bobby Yale is just a contender, but maybe word got out about his condition.
Ah.
Jake. Someone was coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night.
Oh, for gosh sakes. Sorry, excuse me. I'll just casually get shot.
Jake.
Oh, that catfish is
Someone
wiggling
was
his
coming.
little fish butt.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night. And we're working extra hours. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
I think he's scared stiff, Desmond.
Why's that, Jimmy? We're giving you the red carpet treatment. We even let you in the boss's office.
You're one lucky fellow.
You can't say I don't treat you well, Jimmy.
Yeah. Speak, you moron.
Yeah, very well. Why are you... Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Then tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do anything. I swear.
He was a good guy. Of course, you already knew that. You knew him better than me, right?
He was my cousin.
That's why I hired you, Jimmy. You see, Martin was a dear friend. And his widow said you were a nice kid. That you do a good job and you needed the money. And I have a soft spot for those in need.
Please.
But, you know what? I talked to her just yesterday. She told us you did some naughty things to her with that gun, Jimmy.
No.
That's no way to treat a widow, is it?
She's lying. Why would I do that?
What about the kid? Are you so sure you know how long a kid can hold his breath? With his little head inside a toilet bowl?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to. It was his idea.
Selfishly, I was glad I hadn't risked my life to save Jimmy. Maybe not even someone like him deserves to die. But one could also argue that I didn't deserve to die for someone like him.
Who's your boss? Give me your name!
Cassidy. It was his idea. He said you'd hired me if I'd managed to scare the widow, and I just...
All right. Let's just... calm down now. It's gonna be okay. There are two sacred principles that rule my life. The first principle is the love for my family. I do anything to protect them. The second principle, I never put my future in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I would even add a third principle. Or, better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two crucial principles, I take matters into my own hands. You see where this is going? For the first time, I got someone killed. Even though all I really did was rat him out.
No, I just...
Stop interrupting me, Jimmy! It's not polite! You're all the same. So rude. You know what? Let's leave it at that. You're going to give a message to that disgusting walrus Cassidy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Sure.
Good boy.
What? What's the message?
Oh, Jimmy. You still don't get it, do you? You are the message. Come on. Wrap him up. Make sure Cassidy gets the message for breakfast, will you? I hope he chokes on it.
Got it.
Where are you hiding, little fishy? Once again, you didn't get to hear the end of my story.
God. This manic giggling, Jesus. I want to see what happens when we ring the doorbell. I'm sure the solution here is to attack the guy, but also... I don't really want to be seen.
What? Just where do you think you're going, Putty Cass?
Two sacred principles rule my life. The first is the love I feel for my family. The second, never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two principles, I take matters into my own hands. The first time that someone died because of me, even though all I did was rat him out, well, that guy ended up in the Hudson River, right off Pier 27. He's got to be even wetter than that fish by now. You should have seen his face.
It's interesting what comes to mind when you think you're about to die. Suddenly all I could think about was how much I wanted a pet fish.
Anyway, I was 14 years old, and I still dream about it. But it's widow and Lisa.
By then, I was adamant about buying a fish. But first...
That was that. Never again.
Nowadays, whether it's me who pulls the trigger or not, I have zero regrets. What's more, I sort of enjoy it.
In case anyone had any doubts about who's the boss around here, I'll put my dirty feet on his luxurious table to prove that all of this is mine. His pupils are dilated, and there's a slight grin on his face. The bastard is enjoying himself. When a mob boss declares his love of family, it can only mean that A, he won't hesitate to ruin yours, and B, he's cheating on his wife. The guy never hesitates to pull the trigger. Even if I hadn't seen what he did to Jimmy, I'd know he's not bluffing. I knew I had it in me to get out of that place alive.
Ooh. Mm-mm.
No. O'Leary's wife is having an affair with Colbert? Should I serve this to O'Leary on a silver platter? Or threaten Colbert so he'll get me out of this mess?
And, well, that's it, I think. You know, Blacksad,
The reptile.
you never made it this far. Congratulations. You're going in style.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I respect you and your word. Colbert told me to come here.
What? Me? No way. You did what? Colbert? When?
Yeah, remember when I called you on the phone? Don't you remember that cocky drunk guy?
No.
He kept bragging about betraying his own boss. He kept bragging about
how he was banging another guy's wife.
Oh? Oh, yeah. Weird times, huh?
Yeah, and you congratulated me for finding Yale and saving your life.
Several times.
I asked you if O'Leary would thank me somehow.
Then you assured me that O'Leary would thank me.
Well, I didn't put it that way, but yeah.
And then you told me to come here to ask the boss himself.
Yeah. I think you deserve it. Right, Desmond? Oh, Blacksad, Blacksad, Blacksad. Thank you. And sorry for jumping to conclusions. First, you get a random beating from Wilson. And here we are. When you shared what you'd found in Yale's apartment, well, it made me sort of want to trust you. But as you well know, you can't trust anyone in this world. Take it. It's only fair.
I want to place a bet on Sonia Dunn's behalf.
As much as I appreciate the gesture, I don't want your money.
I want a beer.
All right, Ben. I understand. No problem. Really? Oh, Blacksad. Aren't these odd hours to pay me a visit? Your message was important, but certainly not urgent. It could have waited until tomorrow, don't you think?
Cats and wolves hunt at night.
We cats and wolves hunt at night.
Never trust the sly fox. No, never do that. But it's strange that you should say you love the reptile, because apparently you're not very trustworthy in this world, but you know, prejudice is an entire theme.
I wish I was a noir fiction writer. At
I
this
wish I
very
was
moment,
too.
I could write a couple of pointed, ironic remarks for the narrator to recount what I just lived through. The dark, crooked alleys of New York reminded me of the state of my own soul. No. Fall loomed over me with the... Fall struck me with the full force of my long-lost youth. Nah, not that. Fall descended over me with the full weight of a guilty conscience.
I think I'm being beaten up by an anti-cat. And possibly a fox.
What were you thinking? He wants him alive!
Two thugs came me into leaving case.
I felt fall seep through my bones like the pain of a good beating. Mediocre, but appropriate. Against all odds, next morning I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I had my kind, unknown assailants to thank. The beating had taken its toll, but for the first time in months, I had slept like a baby.
Oh, come on, Helen, focus! All right, take 5. We'll work on that double backhand later.
Well, that's not a real badge, is it?
Well, Mr. Blackmore, what can I do for the FBI?
Just stop breaking the law.
Actually, the real question is, what don't you want the FBI to do to you?
Quick to thread, are we? Not that I'm not flattered, mind you, but I'd appreciate if you were a bit less vague.
Maybe if we could speak in private?
Alec!
Coming!
You've got 4 minutes, Mr. Blackmore, so... make them count.
fake relationship with Stone, rigged games, O'Leary.
They say you're currently involved with Al Stone, the boxer. Is that correct?
Wow. The FBI sure knows what it's doing. So, out of the 100 million Americans who know about that, who did you extort to get such highly confidential information?
Don't beat around the bush. We know why you're with him.
Oh, so you like his biceps too?
Desmond O'Leary asked you to seduce Stone. Why?
What? No, I met Al by chance at a party. A party hosted by Desmond O'Leary. No, that can't be. No one is that shrewd. Not even him. Damn, I hate that bastard.
We're aware of at least 6 rigged games during your first year as a professional player.
And?
You won all of them.
Are you trying to offend me? I give my all on the court. I can't be held accountable if my rivals don't do the same. Go interrogate them.
We know you smuggle contraband during your international tournaments.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Like, what exactly?
I think she called my bluff. Or did she? Should I follow through or say I was kidding? I'm convinced you're part of a dangerous international network that smuggles champies.
For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Glad to see the FBI has a sense of humor. You've got my full attention now.
We know about you and Desmond O'Leary.
Wow, your sagacity never ceases to amaze me. Wait, I get it. They must wrap your FBI sandwiches in gossip magazines.
The thing is, well...
You see, I'd love to wipe out that part of my past, but whatever.
Do you have any regrets?
Ads pay more than trophies. Can you believe it? Being associated with such a shady character could only damage my reputation. Trust me, never get involved with a married man. Anyway, at least now I know why you mentioned the rigged games. I can't blame you, Mr. Blackmore. I understand why I seem suspect. Although I doubt the FBI would ever get this involved in a sporting scandal. What do you really have against O'Leary? And please don't say illegal gambling.
Murder, he works as a comic. He's a goddamn comic.
O'Leary is a murderer. Every criminal organization has blood on his hands. His is no exception. And we have proof.
Well, what's the big deal? At least it's not a matter of, I don't know, smuggling champies.
I'm serious, Miss Moore. America can't afford to let anyone shake its foundations like that. And America's sweetheart can't afford it either. Help us out. Talk to us.
And why should I, Mr. Blackmore? What do I stand to
Out of
gain?
sheer patriotism.
Or lose?
I'm sure you're aware that we could end your career if what we know goes public. But no one wants that to happen, right?
This is actually quite simple.
I love you now and forever.
One lucky gal.
You have a light, sir?
The pearly white teeth of someone who barely smokes. Am I making her nervous? Damn. I'm almost out of fluid.
Wanna know my trick? Go down to start, then up with it, and then down again. Almost.
Oh. Oh.
Will I get to smoke today?
This is not a minigame I was prepared for. Oh.
Almost. 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 Will I get to smoke today? Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity. Almost.
How dare you?
Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity. Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity. Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity. Will I get to smoke today? Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity.
Okay. Okay. As soon as I learned how to do it, that was easy.
I don't know what you want me to say. You're trying to frame O'Leary, perhaps rightfully so, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Believe me. If I had the slightest...
Come on, Helen. Time to work on your backhand. Let's go.
Do you smoke? Nice meeting you, Mr. Blackmore. Did you bring my water?
Just punch her, please. I would have loved... She's not very much of a sweetheart, really, is she? She's a bit rude.
America's sweetheart gave you her cigarette? Dear God, she has the hots for you! I can't believe you said good old Weekly to investigate that stupid walrus while you were hanging out with Helen Moore herself! So, what do you say, you and me, we change places next time, huh?
Your turn. Now tell me what
Miss
did
the
you find
gorilla.
out?
He'll be around, I'm sure.
You're gonna love this. You ready? I've got news, but I happen to also have a
Blacksad.
Thank you so much, Mr. Blacksad.
Huh? Oh, Mrs. Colbert.
My husband woke me up this morning with roses and breakfast in bed. He said he had a scare last night, although he won't give me any details, and that he's been thinking about me ever since.
Oh.
He wants to take me to Niagara Falls for a second honeymoon.
That's nice, but I don't know why you're thanking me.
Are you kidding? Remember how I doubted him, but you made me change my mind? If he had suggested to take me to Niagara Falls when I still suspected him, I would have thought it was just a cover. Or worse still, a way to clean his conscience.
Make the most of it.
Well,
don't know why I'm still helping out the rhino guy.
Enjoy your marriage.
But he's got me out of trouble twice.
That's all I wanted to say. Send me your bill when you can. You're a good man, Mr. Blacksad.
But what just happened? Is there anything you didn't tell me?
Maybe. But now it's your turn. Tell me about Cassidy.
Don't worry, the gorilla will be back.
I didn't find anything suggesting that Cassidy had anything to do with Dunn's murder, but...
That's quite the tale.
But I know Cassidy will be playing poker tonight with one Howard M. Farnham II, a Texas tycoon looking to get his claws on the boxing business. I also know that he and Cassidy have never met in person, and that Farnham, who's staying at the Balford Hotel, hasn't left his room. Apparently, he spent the night with 3 bottles of bourbon. So, here's my incredible plan. I'll go to the hotel, I'd knock him out, and then take his place
in the poker game. That way, I'll get Cassidy talking. What do you think? Incredible, right? Huh?
Couldn't we agree that you would handle Helen more while I dealt with Cassidy next time? No?
Poor Weekly, he just wants to do something fun. I can't decide what's more fun. Helen Moore or Walrus Cassidy or whatever his name is. Okay, so I think it is probably about time to end the stream, so I think we're gonna leave it there. Then we will come back to it, and I think we learned a lot today. We died several times, so you know, life is precious. That's lesson number 1. Also, I frequently ignore the sanctity of life. Lesson number 2. So, and also we learned that I don't know. There's lots of tales. O'Leary is not as pleasant as he claims to be. And that Buffalo guy, he must have had his stern talking to, but I didn't see any results of a stern talking to, so I don't think he delivered on that either. Part of me thinks I should have taken O'Leary's money just because. So tomorrow we are going to be heading back towards we are going to be doing some Witcher 2. I think I might leave the mines and do, I don't know, some side quests because I want better armor. I feel like that would help. Possibly even a better sword if I can afford it, but I never have any money. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the plan is, because I don't want to keep going back there and just dying constantly. So so yeah, tomorrow, The Witcher 2. This weekend, Heavy Rain, and then on Tuesday and Wednesday, or preferably just Tuesday. It depends. It's gonna be Final Fantasy 3. And when we finish Final Fantasy 3, I have decided that I'm gonna stop streaming on Thursdays to give myself sort of a midweek break. So we'll probably move Blacksad to Wednesday, and we'll see when that's over. We'll see what's up. And when we finish Final Fantasy 3, the plan is to go back to finish Harry Potter, because I really want to play that and I really need to finish it. It doesn't. I will spend 5 weeks standing on a peacock if I have to. I will. So yes, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you as always. Thank you for spending some time with me and, you know, chilling out with some sweet music and stuff. Thank you for coming. I will see you guys next time. So have a good night. Bye bye.